What it do? Welcome back to my channel, Journey to Freedom. I am glad that you decided to watch another topic, watch another video of me explaining a specific thing. I pray that anything that I say touches you to help you walk into your journey to freedom. That's my prayer each and every time, and I'm going to say it each and every time until that gets to your heart and your spirit. Okay? So, let's go. Let's get into it. Get into it. Get into it. Okay. Let's go. Okay. So, this topic, right? This topic of today is something that's barely talked about, and there's a reason why the Lord dropped this into me and said you gotta do it, because I see a lot of people once all about the Lord, but then they go astray. And there are plenty of reasons why that happens. I'm going to give you my opinion, and reasons why it happens. I got some guests. I don't know how many, but a couple guests. I'm going to get their opinions of why this topic happens, okay? So just stay on for the whole thing, okay? Okay? So, the topic is, why do why do people leave the church? That's the topic. Why do people leave the church? Like, why? Why do they leave church? And that it's not bothering me, but I caught myself doing that before, so we're gonna get into it. So just stay tuned for it all. Okay? Let's go. Alright now, so let's dive in to why. Dive into what? Why I think people leave church. Alright. So I'm gonna tell you about me, alright? So when we talk about me, then I get into reasons, okay? So talking about me, okay, I left church for good 2 months, okay? Lord, when you are used to going to church, those 2 months felt so long. I didn't step foot in no church at all because I experienced church hurt at the church I was at. But I left. It wasn't church hurt. I left because I thought I was entitled to position. I'm just gonna keep it real. And when I didn't get it, I got what I get. I got my business, right? So I left that specific church, and whoever watches know what church I'm talking about. I left that specific church for 2 months. I didn't set foot in church, and honey, I was bored every Sunday out of my mind. Jesus, let me tell you that. Okay? Bored every Sunday. Where I was like, oh no, I gotta go to church. And I wasn't going to that church I left, but I had to go to a church. Because that wasn't me, you know? So, out visiting the churches for goodbye. And 5 months, say 5 months later, after I left that specific church, guess where I ended up back at? At that church. Back at that church, back to where I belong. And that's why I left church. Because a sense of entitlement. And I was hurt. Sense of entitlement which caused me to be hurt. So that's how some people are. That's why some people leave the church. Because they feel they got a sense of entitlement to certain things, a sense of entitlement to certain positions, a sense of entitlement to do whatever the heck they want to do and still be involved in certain things, certain ministries, and just be okay with it. But they don't follow the protocol. I didn't follow it. You know what I'm saying? Didn't follow the protocol. Didn't honor the leader. That was me. Didn't honor the leader. Or they honored the leader but didn't fully submit to the leader and under to the order of church. Didn't fully submit to the vision. So when that happens, God, when that happens, they leave. And that's what I did. So that's one reason when they have this sense of entitlement, right? Okay? So another reason. I'm getting to so I dip off in the commercial break. Another reason is because the lack of support. Hunty. I observed this, and I think this by I had to talk about this. God. You have an event, right? So you have an event, you have an event, and you don't, what's that called? You don't promote it like you should, but then when an event happens, you don't get a big turnout, and you like you get discouraged because you didn't get that big turnout, but didn't do the work in order to get that big turnout, didn't fully submit to the Lord in order to get that turnout, and then you just wonder why. And then what you do? People they leave church. It's like, oh, I ain't gonna get support in the church with among Christians who say they love the Lord, but they couldn't support me, so I leave? What foolishness, what nonsense, what sense does that make? Because you didn't get support from people in church, so you think you're going to get support from the people out in the world, so that's why you leave church? What? Help me make sense of that. Okay? Help me. Whew. And like, I'm seeing them all. Like, that entitlement and lack of support. Those two reasons that I've seen so far of why people leave the church. Oh, but there are more. There are more, okay? So right now, we're going. It's been to a commercial break. It's been to a commercial break. Go to a commercial break. Go to a commercial break. commercial break. It's your commercial break. Highlighting 3 businesses or ministries. Today's sponsor is God. And this week we have 3 awesome, phenomenal mind ministries. First ministry we have Pure Fire Ministries that is located out of North Carolina. They are just, if you want to find them, look them up, hit them up on the Facebook or Instagram. Next one we have Imago Dei, my ministry out of Columbus, Ohio. This my ministry, they may be little, but they are powerful. Find them on Facebook or Instagram. And last but not least, we have True Refuge of Praise, my ministry. This my ministry trio is phenomenal. They are great and all about the Lord. Okay, you hear me? So if you're interested in finding them, hit them up on Facebook or Instagram. Okay. All right. Now let's get back to the topic. I hope you enjoy the commercial break, but we got to get back to the topic. Okay. Now, my eyes are back, alright? So we're gonna finish this topic, right? Okay. Now, an early clip before the commercial break, I talked about why do people in church, and the reasons I dealt with was entitlement and lack of support. So, this next one, runs in with both of them. Both from the earlier clip, but it's like still a category of its own. Help. When people don't get the help that they think they should have, that's in the sense of entitlement. That's feeling like they don't have a lot of support, and they think people are supposed to help them. Just entitlement, as I already mentioned. And they think, if they ask, oh, can you help me do this? Oh, they're posting for help about stuff. Oh, I need this. Oh, I need this. I can't find nobody to help me to fulfill or succeed this. I don't know. I just don't know. It's like, first of all, I had learned this, and whoever watched this and used that, I need for you to learn this as well. Quit asking, quit asking us who are on the social media for help. And you don't know those jokers from Adam and Eve, and you think they're supposed to help you, or you're posting on the social media thinking that you post to ask for help, that people are just gonna automatically gravitate to what you need help with, and when you don't get that help, you get discouraged. And I was there, okay? I thought, that's because I posted on social media, they supposed to help me. No, they're not. No one's supposed to help you, especially if you over 18 or over 21. Ain't nobody supposed to help you with nothing, especially if you say you know God, you love Lord with all your heart, and you just know to do this or that, and so yeah. Or help, right? So when they don't get the help they receive in church, they go out and do church, whatever. And you still don't get the help. You still don't get the help. Let's see. But
I'm special. But it's just crazy. It's stuff that I observe. And it's crazy when you try to help. You try to help. But you try to help. Well, no, you're not seeking no gain in your help. You just see people with that potential. But when it doesn't come in the form, when the help doesn't come in the form of what they think they should have within the church, they bounce out the church. And wonder why. Why you next? You know what I'm saying? Okay? And to help, you know? That makes sense. I'm just driving, rambling, but it's all coming from ear and ear, but you know, hope you can see the light. Oh Lord. Okay, but that's those reasons that I mentioned, right? Oh God. I like to call those the petty reasons, the childish reasons why people leave the church and try to find some type of love, some type of validation, some type of help, some type of support within the world because they being childish about theirs. I've done it, so I can speak on it. Okay? Alright. So we got the childish reason out of the way, right? So, let's dive in to some, I wouldn't say they are legit, but some real reasons. Some real reasons that to make the church as a whole, not a specific church, the church as a whole, to think about what can they do differently. You know what I'm saying? Okay? So, how do I put this? Some people, they leave the church because they don't feel as if, they don't feel as if everybody is real. They don't feel as people are real. They feel like people are just coming to church to wear they nice clothes, wear they fancy suits. Side note, that is why I do not like dressing up for church anymore. I will wear a skirt or dress at times, but guess what's going to be worn with mainly? Some tennis shoes. Because going to church is not about your clothes, honey. It's about your soul. Okay? Back to the topic. I just had to get that out. Okay. So, they see people come to church with their fancy clothes. They have their fake smile on and stuff. Have their good hair on and stuff. Good smell, good stuff. And, you know, they praise it. Yes, Lord, they shout. You know, and with that, soon to the church, you wouldn't even know they've been to church by the way they act. As soon as they walk outside the church, who they going to be throughout Monday through Saturday. And people see that. Like, people see that. Kids see that. And people who are not fully developed in the church, they want to get closer to the Lord, see that. And they wonder, like, that's that. What? I thought she'd go to church. And she up here cussing. I thought she'd go to church and she up here. I thought she'd go to church and she up here. Like, and talking. Like, you know? And plus, another reason, like, people who are new within the church, and they can see those who are seasoned within the church, or those who've been at the church for a good while, they observe how people react. I mean, not react. How people act towards each other. Now, if you love into a church that's loving you, oh, I love you, oh, I love you, I love you too, and stuff. Good. But if your church is just like, then after the benediction, you're walking and you see sister so and so, I've been guilty of this. Open confession, good for the soul, bad for repetition. But you see you walking by, you're like, you go to, and you walk away, and they see that like, why should I come to church and they act like this within the church? I could just get that outside church. That's how people act outside church. So what's the point of me coming to church? You know? Yeah. Because they can sense that they can know that people are not being real. So that's why it's supposed to, are you at church? Act that way outside of church. You may have a couple days like, who doesn't? But don't be all loving in the church, but you're not loving outside the church when you see a certain somebody. You know what I'm saying? You know? And that's what they're looking for. Millennials. Those who are younger than me. You know I'm in the millennial range. Those who are younger than me. I'm in the upper range. I'm stupid. But yeah. They're looking. And they're leaving. And I'm glad I go to church. I'm glad I go to a church that's not like that. But we'll just give you examples. If millennials or other people leave the church, is because of how those within the church act. I need to get better. You need to get better. We all need to get better at that. You know what I'm saying? You know? And sometimes people leave a specific church, go to another church, and then just say, F it. Lord forgive me. But they just say F it. And like, I just could stay at home, watch live streams on YouTube or different websites or Facebook and be okay. That's how some people do. Like, I've heard it. Some people say, oh, we don't need to go to church on Sundays to love the Lord. And there's people who don't read their Bible, talk to the Lord much, you know. But okay, it's coming. It's boiling in me. Okay, I got completely off topic. But yeah, that's why. So people that's within the church have to get right. So we don't cause people to miss out on their blessings, people to miss out on their breakthrough, deliverance, and so forth and so forth. Okay? Another reason I believe my sis Kenya is going to talk about is She gonna dive into it more. Oh my god, I think I got a couple more people. I'm not sure, but they gonna dive into it more and more. Okay, so hope you enjoy what I said. I hope it touches you. It touches you, okay? Get ready for the other ones to use some of their knowledge. What they feel. Why people in the church. Alright. Be blessed.
Okay. So the topic is, it's a hard one to deal with, but why do people leave the church? They leave the church because of hurt, pain, biggest thing, jealousy. They don't feel like they progressed or are entitled to anything. But 2 Timothy 2:15 says you have to show yourself approved. Paraphrasing it. So when people leave the church, they basically don't feel like they accomplished anything that they needed to accomplish. For one, you have people that do get jealous and want to be in charge, which is basically like the Jezebel spirit. They want to be in charge, want to be in control. If they don't see it going right their way, it's nobody's way. One thing that I have seen with that spirit, they always end up coming back. They come back for more. Sometimes it may take a while, but they are delivered from it. So when they leave the church, all you can do is just pray for them to get their mind right, to come back however they want. But you have to be in control. You have to love on them hard, give them tough love. But they have to be willing to lay down that spirit and come back inside and be able to handle what's going on in the church. Because who knows, they may be the one that can shift the atmosphere on where it needs to go. Another reason could be why a person left a church. We never really understand why, but sometimes there is a reason that they left. It could be a seasonal change. Sometimes we get into a season where God is leading us to leave the church, where we need to regroup or either go to someone else's church because we're not being properly fed. But everybody that leaves, it could be a reason. But spiritually, if they are not feeling like they're being fed, that may be a possibility of why they left the church in a whole. Sometimes we never even really know the reason why. But for an example, I always heard that the church is a hospital. We go to church to be healed from various things, but sometimes that healing may not be there for you. Not saying that it isn't, but sometimes we get into a emotional factor where we put our emotions before we see what really is good for us. So don't get into your emotions of feeling this person treated me bad, so I'm going to just leave the church in a whole. Always go to God and pray on it, or either seek help from your leaders on why you feel like you need to leave. Always ask for help and guidance. So don't try to just figure it out on your own.
Hello. I'm
just came on to I'm the person who does this friend, and I just came on to just give a little feedback on why people leave the church. I have this cover on because of I don't want people to see my face. I just don't want people to see my face. Okay, this is the last tidbit. I think people leave the church as a whole because they 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 want they are not accepted, and they're not accepted, and people think it has to do with lifestyle, because nowadays people accept lifestyles, if you know what I mean. But it's just, they just want to be accepted, and they feel like they are not accepted within the church, and they are more accepted within the world. And that is all I got. I hope you enjoyed, and I'm gone. No more.
Hey, what's up? I'm glad that you stayed to watch the whole video. Please, if you haven't done already, please subscribe to my channel if you are a new watcher. And also, if you are not a new watcher, you never subscribe, what are you waiting on? Please subscribe, okay? And also follow me on all of my social media platforms that I have in regards to A Journey to Freedom: Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, okay? So please hit me up. Peace out.